All right. So it's Wednesday warfare. Why's it gotta be war? All right. So this ride is completely different than yesterday's ride. The sun's out, no rain. And I'm exhausted. Hell yeah. All right, so we are starting out in Irvine as usual. We're on MacArthur. Got a backpack full of chicken and a sandwich, some Baja Blast. Look at this fool. Land cruising. So I feel extremely heavy right now on this bike. Back tire is getting thinner. The threat of flats impending. I didn't realize they still have 2 turn lanes here, even with the street blocked off like that. Let's jump across. They can't turn into this lane. All right, so what is the plan for today? The plan is there's not really a plan. We're going to head down here on Main Street, and I'm not too sure what I'm going to take. I'm trying to think of the least chaotic route, but I don't know that there is a route that's not chaotic. So I think as long as my mindset remains calm, I think we'll be just fine, no matter which route we go. Wow, look at that car. So Flower Street is easy. We got the Flower Street bike path. So that would be Main to Sunflower to Flower. Then at a certain point, we're going to need to cut over to the Santa Ana River. We can also just stay on we can just stay on Sunflower all the way to Fairview, like we do in the morning, like I've done in the morning a couple times. and then cut over on Edinger at Centennial Park to the river. Might be better because it's just something different, and I think Sunflower should be pretty relaxed. Once we get past Bristol and the mall, but I really don't know. So I don't know what time it is. I think it's probably close to 4:30. Yeah. So I weigh about 180. I'm 5'9". I weigh about 180 pounds. 175, 180. So with this backpack, probably pushing 210 pounds. I need to weigh this backpack and see how much it weighs when I carry all this stuff. I feel like 30 is about right. I mean, you would think that's kind of an overestimate, but when you start adding all this stuff up, it's probably about right. Bicycle. Oh yeah, beach cruising. That's rad. I need to get another beach cruiser. I think having a beach cruiser with like a little 350 watt motor, 36 volt, that'd be awesome. You gotta have a little bit of power, you know. Those things, especially if you're going a long distance. Oh man. We gotta get across. Let's just go the whole way. So yeah, I've got enough chicken to feed about 4 people. I've got a buffalo chicken wrap sandwich, bag of Fritos, 2 Baja Blasts, some ranches, my laptop, bike charger, my bike pump, all my tools, a bottle of slime, and an inner tube. I think that's it. Oh, whew. I feel heavy, slow and heavy. Heavy and slow. Big holes. This bike lane's kind of rugged. We're gonna have to use the crosswalk right here. Maybe not. It's kind of a lot of room right here. When I was in high school, I visited a friend I had a friend whose family was from Balboa, and very wealthy on both sides of his family, from his mom's and dad's side. They both were from Balboa, and I was probably about 16, and we came out here to visit his family, and I don't know how long I was out here, probably for a month. And I can remember going to this mall and skateboarding around here. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I'd live down here. His grandfather had owned a restaurant on the peninsula called Dillman's, and we had various cars we could drive that were all pretty nice, and we could, walk over to Dillman's anytime we wanted and get whatever food we wanted, sodas, whatever. There was 2 spots like that. There was that spot, and then there was another one, I think it was called Gino's, and it was over on, it is in Costa Mesa, like, I can't remember the name of the street, but it was an Italian place, obviously, and we used to be able to go there too. So we just go there and order our food, and he would sign his name and we'd be off. But we hit there was a lot of skateboard videos that were coming out. This was in the 90s. And we went and hit all the popular skate spots. Like, I can remember Huntington Beach High School was one of them, and then right where we were staying on the peninsula, so on the Pacific coast was his grandpa, so that was Max Dillman lived on the Pacific coast. And then on the inside of the peninsula was the other side of his family. And then at the very end of the peninsula was his great grandma, I believe. She had this massive house. But we were skating. There's a spot on the peninsula called the Balboa Bumps. And they're really hard to skate, you know, if you weren't very good. Like, I don't even think I could ollie off those bumps. So it's just like right where you pull into the driveway. It's just a nice hip that you're supposed to be able to do massive ollies off of. You know, I was decent at the time, but it was still kind of a challenging spot to skate. But we were at the bumps one day, and we ran into Mike Vallely. So Mike Vallely was there skating those, and they were filming. And at that time, I think Vallely was skating for New Deal. It was a New Deal video, and I think it was called 1281 was the name of the video. I think it was a long time ago. And we're sitting in the background of that skate video. You can see us sitting down on our skateboards, and he's like doing these ollies over these massive trash cans. He definitely didn't have any issues like skating the Balboa Bumps. I think he was doing frontside 180s over them, like those big giant rollaway trash cans. I always wondered about Rate Street. Nah, we don't want to mess around. Looks like a pretty open sidewalk, so we'll just cruise and enjoy. How long have we been riding? 18 minutes. This guy looks like somebody that might get annoyed at me. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. We missed it. All right, so we have a dog walker approaching. I guess we'll go out into the street. Ooh, a nail, a massive nail. should have stopped and picked it up. All right. So here we are, Fairview. Get hit by a Camaro. Let's see what Fairview is all about, y'all. It's pretty busy to me. Let's see, is this car turning? I feel like my pedals are gonna break off when I stand up. Getting some sunshine. Nice people. Well, so far so good. It's pretty pleasant. Looks like this lady might have broke down. So we gotta watch the cars turning into me. There's one coming, but I can beat them. Get some tracks. Let's scare this guy. He looked pretty stable. I didn't expect any any sudden movements out of that guy. He was on his doing some video poker while I was walking down the sidewalk, probably. Wow, pretty nice so far. Look at that dog's driving. Lots of apartments. The street looks pretty nice right here. Let's go ahead and pull out there. Hide in the shadows. I don't know if that's good or bad. Watch for jaywalkers. All right, we have the ice cream guy. Some of them helados. Man, we're barely to Warner. So I probably should cross and get over to the other side so we can cut through the park. I think we're gonna do that. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Up here, there's a lot of cars parked.
Wait.
I think there looks like there's a little cutout lane on the right where cars are parked, and then there's probably a lot of pedestrians, I'm assuming, right there, just by the looks of it, from my experience. Wow, look at that antenna. Intense. Guess I should check my phone, huh? See. Ah, nothing. All right, the red light. The red light runners. Guy's flamed up. Yeah, so see, there's a little cutout right there. That might have actually been kind of cool. Here's the police. Let's see how they feel about me riding the opposite way on the sidewalk. Sheriff. Sheriff. All right, so we're only 29 minutes into this ride, so I don't know. I've been going pretty slow, so I'm estimating, I have no idea how long it's going to take. 50 minutes? Could definitely be much less than that. Shoot, we're gonna have to wait a long ass time. I should have went. Gotten too less risky than I used to be, so I pay for it time-wise. Wow, there's lots of cars coming from over here. So this is Harvard Street. So as long as this light stays green, we can probably go. No, we'll just wait. Let's just be a good guy here. So this is the same type of fencing they put up around down that Flower Street bike path. Leaves a very like tripped out shadow. I feel like I'm riding on some sort of a electrical grid. See some people down in the river creek there. Jesus. Let's just go this way. I have to go down this curb here. All right, we're gonna cut. Somebody's turning in. Ugh. Let's cut through here. Let's go by the skate park. So yeah, this section of Centennial Park is, I really like this. And let's hope the part with the pond gets redone. And they figure out a way to get rid of the geese and the ducks. Yeah, this is nice. You could drive a car down this sidewalk. Great place to take a nap. Ah, I like this. Go right under the jacarandas. Let's see, this looks like it has the most right here. Ah, this is beautiful. So nice. Got a massive piece of property here. So I wonder when they use these soccer fields. I wonder if there's like a city league, or if that's just like the high school or what. Hill bomb. Wow, this is nice. So I don't know, the ride's not that exciting, but I just really feel like it's such a great ride. I was really struggling today. It's just a great reward for a hard day's work. I don't know what it is about large, landscapes of concrete or architecture. It's something kind of ancient. Can't imagine what it would be like seeing like a pyramid or some of the Mayan pyramids, some of these old structures. I wonder if you could ride like at an angle, if we could actually ride up that canal wall.
Switch to our better choice button.
They got a mule they call Sal, bulldozing up canal walls. These guys have some sort of a game going on here. So they have a handball. Is it like a giant game of handball? Is that what they're doing? Can't figure it out. It is. They're doing a handball championship down there. That's what it is. I'm not gonna focus too much on them. I don't want them to be like, what are you looking at, fool? So underneath all these bridges, there's these little flat spots. So all of them that we've gone under, there's people who've got little setups up in there. They've actually removed all the rocks. Like it looks like used to be rocks like right there on the flat spot to keep people from camping there, and they moved all the rocks out of the way. Here's the old train trestle. Love that bridge. got the nod. At least I got the nod. There's Fairview. Fairview again. Bumpy. I'm not familiar with biking hand signals. I don't know what he was trying to tell me. Oh, look at this guy's gonna mob up this hill. Look at that. See that? That was cool. Skating a half pipe. Wow, that guy had a whole fern in his backpack. Alright, let's cross this. How many miles have we gone so far? Let's see. 10.4 miles. If I was really trying to push the speed, I think we could make this ride pretty fast. I'll have to try it tomorrow. I don't know. I was talking about wanting to get a gravel bike, but I think thinking about what I've had to do this last couple weeks, if I would just have a nice gravel bike, I think it would have been too much for me, you know. So I do already have my G1, that was our trail bike. Could probably like maybe fix it up a little bit or not, just ride it as it is. And then I think with how much I need to get around, I'm gonna have to just keep electric. Let's keep it electric, y'all. whoa, whoa, Windhorse, whoa. Trying to take off on me. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I think this was a great video. So I might publish 2 videos. I know I published 2 today. I know that's a lot to publish in a day. But I might. So I might publish. So last night's ride in the rain was, I think it was good. This morning's ride, I went to Orange and then I went through Tustin. So it was like a 16.5 mile ride just to go through my old neighborhood, do something a little different. So I don't know. So with this video, I already have 3 in queue. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do. But anyway, I appreciate everybody's support and watching these videos and your comments. And if you do like it, and we'll catch you on the next one.